Hello and welcome to another one of these ADD videos. Today we're going to be looking at some Trig basics, some things you should be able to do right at the beginning of Trig. Everything from conversions to arc length area and complements, supplements, and that's about it. Okay, so let's look at it first. If we're going from degrees to radians, you take your degree measure, and we know that we can multiply it by pi over 180 because there's 180 degrees 1 radian. That's the main conversion factor you're using. Okay, so if I use that here, I'd have 135 times pi over 180. And if you take 135 and divide it by 5, you get 27. And then when you divide 180 by 5, you get 36. Both of those numbers are divisible by 3, so we can cancel further. 3 goes into there 9 times. I guess they're both divisible by 9, sorry. So if I divide both by 9, that would be a 3 pi over 4. And that would be your radian measure. So same thing here. If you did 210, they both end in 0, so the 10s can cancel out. And then 21 is 3 times 7, and this is 3 times 6. So the 3's cancel, and you get 7 pi over 6. All right, so negative stays negative, so we just got to convert the degree measure. So pi over 180 again, nothing new. And then 5 goes in there 7 times. 5 goes in here, what was it, 36 times, if I remember correctly. And that's as far as you can reduce that. All right, so if you see a symbol like that, that means minutes. You know what, I'm gonna make this one a little bit more interesting. Let's go ahead and do seconds as well. So we'll do 15 seconds. And whenever we deal with the minutes and seconds, you just divide this one by 60 and this one by 3600. And you convert those into decimals to the radian measure. So first converting to 110. You get 11 pi over 18. And whenever you do that, you divide the 45 by, let's get a decimal value for that. So we have 11 times pi. Where's my pi on my calculator? There it is. Second equals divided by 18 gives me 1.9198. We'll say 1.92. Where am I? So that's roughly equal to 1.92 radians. So then to account for these two, you take 45 divided by 60, and that should be 0.75, right? And then it's going to get added here. And then here we have 15 divided by 3600. gives you 0.00416. So let's get some more space there. Okay, so now we have to add all those answers. Sorry, I got a little distracted by my dog. So if we were to add that plus the 1.92 plus the 0.75, you would get 2.67 radians, or 2.67 is good enough. Okay, and then the conversions going the other way around, well, we just multiply by 180 over pi so that the pi can cancel out and give us degrees. The radian measures will cancel. This goes in there 90 times, so 3 times 90 is 270 degrees. And then if we did 11 pi over 2, that would be the same procedure. So how would you what? 9 with a 0. And then this one would be negative 45. Okay. Sometimes you might actually just see numerical values. I guess we should do one of those. Like 6.28, for instance. Well, this is a radian measure, so what do we do with radian measures to get it to a degree measure? We multiply by 180 over pi. And you'll see that pi goes into there roughly 2 times, and you'll be left with 2 times 180, which is 360. Okay, so don't let it throw you off. If there is no pi there, it's still a radian measure if it's got the little rad on there. All right, so those are the basic steps to conversions from one to the other. You should be familiar with those. Make sure you check out part 2 of the trig basics. I'm going to make a separate video for the area and the arc length. Okay, and then there will be one for complements and supplements, and that'll be it. All right, I hope I've clarified things. You got to practice some of these. They're not too bad unless you're dealing with some of these minutes and seconds. People get a little confused sometimes just because they don't know what they're doing. They've never seen it before. But if you do a couple of them, you'll see they're not too bad. Thank you and have a nice day.